sampling distribution of statistics. Okay? So, dun muna tayo sa mga terminologies or definition of terms that we need to know for these statistics, and because statistics is related to research din eh. Okay? So, first is the word population. So, ano ba yung kapag sinabi nating population? It refers to the whole group under study or investigation, or it is a set of all possible values of a variable. So, we are referring to kabuuan, to the whole group kabuuang population. Pero it doesn't mean na when we or that if we're talking about population, we are referring lang sa people. Pwede yan kahit anong study in research, either object, elements, or whatsoever na study mo. Basta yung kabuuan nun is what we call population. Okay? So, another specific example is, for example, students of senior high school from Marcelo H. Delgadar. So, kayo, yung kabuuan na bilang, yun yung population. Okay? So, while this sample naman is just a part taken from a population, by either by random sampling or non-random sampling. Pero tayo, meron lang tayo dito random sampling sa discussion natin kasi yung mahalagang malaman. Okay? So, kung yung ating population is kabuuan, yung sample natin is kumukuha lang tayo ng part lang from the population. Okay? Sige. Sorry, nawala pa yung kinashare ko. Ayan. Nasaan na pa? Hello, nakikita ba yung sinashare ko?
Yes, okay na.
Kung ito yung ating population, yan yung kabuuang population. Pag sinabi natin sample, part lang siya the population. So, ito lang siya. Ito lang yung sample natin. Okay? So, that's the difference between the population and sample. Ito pala, may illustration na pala ko dito. Okay? So, kumuha lang tayo ng part from the population. Okay, another. So, when we say naman random sampling, it is a selection of elements derived from N population. So, ito po yung mga sampling techniques. We are conducting our research or survey. Ito, meron tayong different kinds of sampling techniques, and one of those is the lottery sampling. So, ano ba yung tinawag nating lottery sampling? So, it is a sampling technique in which each member of the population has an equal chance of being selected. So, for example, dito sa klase na umattend sa akin, kukunin ko lahat ng names niyo, ilalagay ko sa isang lalagyanan, and then, nagpipick lang ako doon ng sample na isasama ko sa research ko or sa survey. So, ganun po yung lottery na hindi mo alam kung sino yung mapunod mo or yung mapipick mo. Okay? While the systematic sampling naman, ano ba yung pag sinabi natin systematic? Anyone? Yes, Margaret.
Systematic sampling po is a technique po in which members of the population are listed and samples are selected at intervals called sample intervals po.
Okay, so when we say systematic, organized tayo, may pattern tayong sinusunod. Right? So for example, dito. Ano yung pattern na sinunod dito? Kung nakita po ninyo, may pattern na sinunod. Or kaya, pwede siyang based sa age, or kaya yung, for example, i-arrange ko kayo numerical, and then yung divisible by 3, yun lang yung ipipick ko. Okay, so organize siya. Yung, when we say systematic. Or kaya po, yung every second or third. Mga ganun. Well, this stratified random sampling, it is a sampling procedure in which members of the population are grouped based on their homogeneity. So, ano ba yung example natin ng stratified? let's say I'm going to group you into 4. Okay? Example, based sa height, weight, or something. Pwedeng ganon. Or kaya grupo ko lang kayo into 4. And then from each of the group, yung from the groups, each group, kukuha ako ng at least 3. Okay? So, ganun po yung stratified. Igugrupo mo, and then kukuha ka lang from each of the group. Sana po ay naiintindihan. Kagaya na to. Ginrupo niya, and then kumuha from each group. Kung ano man po yun ang gusto nyong, ilan man yung gusto nyong kunin. Okay? Well, this cluster sampling naman, ano siya pangmalakihan siya. Naka-cluster yung pagkuha nyo. For example, sa strand ng senior high school, kukunin natin yung, di ba meron tayong ABM, UMS, STEM, TVNL. Kung sa stratified natin, kukuha tayo from each of the strand. Dito sa cluster, isang grupo yung ipipick mo or pipiliin mo. Okay? Ganun po nagkaiba ang stratified and cluster. Dito, for cluster yung pagpili mo. Okay? And lastly, we have this multi-stage sampling. Ito po yung combination ng different sampling techniques. For example, nag-cluster ka muna. So, sa clustering, meron tayong A, B, C, and D. Tapos nakuha mo yung A. So, from A, gagamit ka ngayon ng, let's say, pwedeng stratified, or kaya pwedeng lottery, or pwedeng systematic. It's up to you. Basta, when we say multi-stage or multi-stage, it uses combination of different sampling techniques. Okay? Question about these types of sample or sampling techniques? May clarification mo? Question ba? Wala. Okay. If wala, let us proceed now. Bakit ayaw? Okay, so now let's have this parameter and statistic. Ano ba yung pag sinabi nating parameter and ano ba yung statistic na tinatawag? So siguro yung pinakamadaling tandaan lang dito, when we say parameter, we are referring to the whole population. Or, population. While this statistic, we're only referring to the part of the population or the sample. Okay? Yan lang yung pinakamadaling keyword na tandaan nyo dapat. For example, okay, so we have your example ng parameter. Kasi ito ay numerical quantity referring to the entire population. All people living in one city, yan, all male teenagers worldwide, all elements in a shopping cart, and all students in a classroom. Another example, the researcher interviewed all the students. So we are referring to the entire population. So while this statistic, we're only referring to a sample, numerical quantity that describe or are referring to a sample. So siya lang ay part lang. So dito we have 50% of people living in US. Researchers interviewed 70%. Yan, part lang talaga siya, hindi tayo kabuuan. Okay, so I hope clear itong difference between the two, parameter and statistic. Ano ba to? Question about the two, parameter and statistic? Wala po. Okay, thank you, Seth. Okay, so familiar na ba kayo or alam niyo na ba yung kung paano nagko-construct ng sampling distribution? For example, a population consists of 5 numbers, 2, 3, 6, 10, and 12. Consider sample size of 2 that can be drawn from this population. So yung una natin dapat alamin, ilang impossible samples that can be drawn. So using the combination, we have this formula. Itong n natin dito is yung population, yung total population. Dito, how many population do we have? Consist of how many population? Based sa given problem. Anyone? 5 po. Okay, so we have 5. How about the sample size? Kasi yung small letter N. Okay. So we have here 5 and 2. Okay? So if we're going to use our calculator, we will get 10. So we have here 10 possible samples that can be drawn. Right? So, ngayon, i-try natin, ano ba yung mga combination na to? Since yung sample size natin is dalawa lang, is 2. Ibig sabihin, pagpa-partnerin mo lang siya by 2. Okay? Have here 2, 3, 6, 10, and 12. So let's say, natin na i-enumerate or run down natin yung mga sample natin. For example, una natin is 2, 3. 2, 3. Ipa-partner mo tong 2 sa lahat ng kasama niyang numbers. So, after ng 2, 3, next is 2, 6. And then 2, and 10, and then 2, 12. So, yung 2 natin na partner mo na sa lahat. Okay, next is 3. Yung 3 na to, ipa-partner mo sa 6, sa 10, and then sa 12. May question po ba dito? Clear naman po. Paka-raise nga po yung hand if clear po itong partner-partner. Naka-raise po yung hand if clear. Okay, thank you for those na nag-raise ng hand. Okay, thank you. So, ano kaya yung kasunod natin ditong sample after we combine 3? Anyone? Raise your hand po. Oh, yes, Nico.
6, 10, 6, 12, and 10, 12.
Okay, so we have 6, 10, 6, 12, and 10, 12. Very good. So, paano natin kinukuha itong sample mean? From sample, may idea ba? Sige, si Jenny. Are you raising your hand, Jenny?
Yes po, ma'am. Ang first po is i-add po yung dalawa, then i-divide po into 2.
Okay, very good. So, we will add the 2 samples here. Ano tayo horizontally. So, 2 plus 3 divided by 2 is 2.5. By the way, kaya dalawa lang yung pinapartner natin, ulitin ko kasi yung sample size niya is 2. So, meaning, if the sample size is 3, may kasunod pa to. Hindi lang yan 2, 3. So, depende sa given na sample size. Okay po? Ulitin ko po, dahil 2 lang yung sample size natin based sa problem, dalawa lang po yung pinag-partner natin. So, kapag naiba na yung sample size, may iba na ito. Magiging, for example, 3 nga, magiging 2, 3, 6. Ganun na siya. Okay? So, sana ay clear iyon. Wait lang medyo maingay yung paligid. Naririnig niyo yung sound sa paligid ko. Yung sound sa paligid.
Hindi naman po kaano.
Ay, thank you. Alright, so sige, mag-proceed na tayo. If not, so if we're going to get the sample mean of each of the sample, so ito yung makukuha natin. Okay? So after that, we will make a probability distribution of the sample means. Putol lang. Bakit ba putol yung presentation? Anyway, ito mga sample mean na to, since wala naman siyang nag-repeat, isusulat, ikakopy mo lang siya. Pero kapag may nag-repeat dyan, once mo lang siya pwedeng isulat. Okay? So, ano ba yung probability na makakuha ng 2.5? So, we have 1 out of 10. Sulat ko na lang. Okay? Nung bakit po 1 out of 10? Kasi po, 10 po itong samples natin. Ay, yung kabuuan ng samples po ay tinutukoy ko. Okay, so, we have here 1 out of 10 din hanggang sa dulo kasi isang beses lang silang nag-appear. Okay? Okay, so that's how we construct a probability distribution of the sample means. Meron po bang, may question po ba dito sa sampling distribution? Anyone? Kung paano nagpa-construct? None? Are you sure? If none, mapuproceed na po ako sa mean and variance. Okay na tayo?
Clear na po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So, sige, proceed na tayo sa mean and variance. Sa exam nyo, meron tayong isang problem regarding the mean and variance. Dito sa mean and variance, wait lang habang sinashare ko yung screen ko. Then variance natin, importante na tama. Tama yung makukuha nating value ng population mean sa mean of samples. Okay, kasi kapag yun ay namali, mali na rin po yung makukuha nating value ng variance and standard deviation. Kasi po connected po yung mean natin sa variance and standard deviation. We cannot solve the variance and standard deviation without solving the mean. Okay? So, let's have an example na kagad. Hindi ko na ito i-random. And by the way, meron tayong kasing mga formulas na pwede nating pagpilian, okay, in solving the mean and mean of the population and mean of the sampling distribution. Okay, so it's up to you na lang. So for this example, we have this. The following table gives the sum of tutorial rate of 6 teachers in Central Luzon per month. Suppose that random samples of size 4 are taken from this population of 6 teachers. Do the following task. Number 1 is to solve for the mean of the population. So paano po yung kinuha? Iba kasi yung formula na nagamit dun sa teleradyo. Pero pwede nyo rin itong gamitin as the mean of the population. So, ito po yung usual na ginagamit natin sa pagkuha ng average. Saan nyo po nakuha itong 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and 28? Balik tayo sa given problem. Ito siya. We have 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and 28.
Ma'am, wala po atong PowerPoint presentation.
Sorry. Wait lang, anak. Hindi. Sorry, anak. Wala pala. Wait lang. Isa pa. Ulitin ko. Ano ba naman yan? Okay. So, bumibigay kasi pa connection. So, baka hindi na, Alright. So, this is our given problem. Pasensya na. Okay. So, we have here, how many? 6 teachers in Central Luzon per month. And then suppose that random samples of 4, yan, even sample, sample size natin, naging 4 na, are taken from this population of 6 teachers. So we're gonna do the following task. So for number 1 is we're going to solve for the mean of the population. So take note lang of the following symbols. Kapag ito yung nakita nyo, kasi sa exam natin, you will be asked what is the symbol of this mean of the population, mean of the sample, standard deviation of the population, or the variance. Yeah. I-note nyo na lang po sa inyo. Okay? So, the formula that we're gonna use for the mean of the population, eto na yung pinakamadali natin, is this one. Mu is equal to the summation of x over n. Etong x natin yan, yan po yung mga given data. So, kung babalikan natin yung problem natin, ito yung mga values natin ng x. Okay? So, we have 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and 28. Bakit po kaya 6 yung pinang-divide natin dito? So, tingin nyo. Bakit 6 yung pinang-divide natin? Yes, Brent.
6 po kasi yung population, ma'am.
6 yung? Sorry. Yung population ba? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Because 6 yung population natin. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if we're going to perform the indicated operation, we will get 18 or 18,000 as the value of the mean of the population. Okay? Clear po ba itong mean of the population? Pa-react na lang po if yes, kung clear naman po sa inyo. Add and divide lang po ito. Yes, Nico?
Add Clear po, ma'am.
Okay. Kala nag-raise na. Sorry. Hindi pala clear yung pagsabi ko reaction. Anyway, okay, let's have the second step. We're going to compute our second task. We're going to compute the variance of the population. So, the variance of the population, ito yung symbol niya. Yung small letter ng sigma. Right? So, ano po yung ano natin, yung gagamitin nating formula for the variance of the population. So, I think gagamitin nating formula. What does it mean? All the values of x. Teka, bakit nga ba walang square dito? Itong x natin, ito lang din po iyan, yung 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and 28, yung mu natin, yan yung nasolve natin sa number 1. Eh, sabi ko nga po, kailangan tama yung pagsusolve nyo ng mean. Kasi if not, hanggang dulo mali na kayo. Okay, so be careful. So now, if we're going to have this, we have 8 minus 18. Paano nga po ulit nakuha yung 8 na yan? Ito po yan. Yung given po natin kanina, yung first x natin, or value ng x is 8 minus 18, which is this mu, squared. Hanggang sa makarating ka sa dulo. Okay? Ipapartner mo lang po lahat ng nakuha or lahat ng value ni x. Clear po ba itong pagsa-substitute? Wala namang question. If wala, magpo-proceed na po ako.
Clear po, ma'am.
Yes, okay, thank you, Kyla. So, if we're going to compute it using our calculator, ano kaya masasolve natin? So, we have here 46.7 as the value of the variance of the population. Okay? So, ngayon, after natin masolve yung variance, we will solve the standard deviation. So, paano natin nakuha yung standard deviation? Ang symbol natin for standard deviation is ito lang, yung walang squared. Kasi kapag variance, may squared. Kapag standard deviation, wala. Okay? And para makuha natin siya, i-square root lang natin yung nakuha nating sagot dito. Kaya po in-square root ng 46.7. And if we're going to get the square root of it, that is 6.83. Ulitin ko po, para makuha natin yung value ng standard deviation, all you have to do is just to get the square root of the variance that you solved, right? Or that you got. Question? Wally? Okay. Let us proceed now. So, sorry for this. Okay, bakit nagpindot-pindot na siya? Okay, so now, we're going to solve for the mean of the sampling distribution. And kailangan natin, syempre, yung probability distribution of sampling distribution para makuha natin yon. And then, dun napapasok yung kanina, yung aalamin muna natin how many possible outcomes or possible samples ba yung makukuha natin. And here, we have the total of 6 as the population and sample natin is 4. Ito yung 6 yung kabuuan na bilang population, pero yung sample natin is 4. Okay? Kaya kung i-compute natin yan using our calculator cycle, you can use the Desmos yung mga main devices dyan, desmos.com. That is equivalent to 15. Right? So there are 15 possible samples to be drawn here in our given problem. So after that, we will run down or enumerate those 15 na sample. Since 4 yung sample size natin, so ibig sabihin, paano natin siya i-combine? Ilan yung i-combine natin? Yes, Brent.
4 po, ma'am.
Okay, 4. So yung first natin, we have here 8, 12, 16, 20. 8, 12, 16, 20. I-pair mo muna si 8 sa lahat. Then 8, 12, 16, 24. 8, 12, 16, 28. 8, 12, 2024. Ano, tignan nyo maigi. Baka kasi nakakonfuse kayo sa pagpa-partner-partner. Mag-raise ng hand if na-confuse. Mag-heart if naintindihan po yung pagpa-partner-partner. Wala din. Ito totoo. Ano talaga? Isa lang yung nakaintindi ng pagpa-partner-partner natin dito pagka-combine. Yung iba,
Wala pong heart dito sa amin.
ay okay. So, sorry naman. Okay. So, ayan. So, if we're going to combine na ito with 4 sample size, so we have here 8, 12, 20, 28. Okay. Hanggang sa makarating ka sa dulo. 8, 16, 20, 24. Ano pa? 8, 16, 20, 28. Hanggang sa ma-partner mo lang siya lahat. Okay? So, again, paano na natin makukuha yung sample mean? After natin makuha lahat ng sample. Paano naman yung sample mean? Anyone? Yes, sir.
I-add po lahat ng sample, then i-divide po into 4.
Okay, very good. So, we're going to add it. And then divide it by 4. Bakit po 4 yung ipan-divide natin? Kasi po, 4 po yung in-add natin. Okay? Yung usual lang na pagkuha natin ng average. Right? So, if we're going to get the sample mean of each sample, we have here the following. Hindi natin i-compute ha. Okay? Anyway, pwede naman kayo mag-calculator. Okay, so after that, so kanina hindi tayo nag-construct ng another sample mean and, ano lang siya isa-isa kasing nag-appear yung mga value. Pero dito, kung napansin natin, may yung mga umulit na sa sample mean. Kagaya nito, we have here 16, dalawang beses siyang nag-appear. Yung 17 man umulit. Same with 18, 19, and then 20. So, ngayon, igawa natin siya ng probability distribution. Sampling distribution. So, ito yung mga sample mean natin. I-run down natin yung sample mean niya. Ito siya. Isang beses lang natin siya isusulat. Okay, out of 15, may 15 kasi yung kabuuan. O, 15 nga. Dinouble check ko pa. Okay, out of 15, what is the probability of getting 14? Yes, Mary Margaret. Margaret? Okay, 1 over 15 po. Okay, so we have 1 over 15. Same with this 15. How about this 16? What is the probability of getting 16? Here's Carl Angelo.
2 out of 15 po.
Okay, 2 out of 15. Same with 17. For 18, we have 3 over 15. Or kung pwede mo siyang ipaliitin, pwede naman, wala pong problema doon. Okay? And then 2 over 15 for 19. For 20, isang beses lang ba to? Ayan, dalawang beses pala. So, dalawang beses, so we have 2 over 15. And for 21, isang beses lang siya lumabas. So, 1 over 15. Same with 22. Okay? Ay, sorry. Question?
Wala po.
Okay. Carl, nag-raise ka ba ng hand? Carl Angelo?
Hindi lang po na ibabama.
Okay. Alright. So now, let us compute for the mean. Kasi ang formula natin for the mean of the sampling distribution, iba na to. Kanina kasi mean of the population eh. So kapag nakakita kayo ng gantong symbol na subscript ng X, na may X bar, we are referring to the sampling or sample. Okay? Kapag wala yan, population tayo. So, Paano natin gigamit tong formula na to? Sige po, tignan to. Sa mga na-update natin na data. How can we solve the mean of the sampling distribution of the sample means using this data and this formula? Any idea? Sige po, i-analyze yung mabuti. Sige, sis F. Yes.
Siguro po 14 tapos ita-times po sa 1/15 po, then so on po.
Okay. So, ano ba yung meaning na tong symbol na to? Yung sigma na to? May nakakakilala ba sa symbol na to? Kasi Nico.
Summation of x.
Okay, summation ko yung basa dito. So, ngayon, ibig sabihin yan, i-add natin yung mga product ng sample mean and its corresponding probability. So, magiging 14 times 1/15, ayan, horizontal, yung partner lang niyang probability yung pag-multiply mo, plus 15 times 1/15, hanggang sa makarating ka po sa dulo. Okay? So, if we're going to solve or to use our calculator, makukuha din natin si 18 as the value of the mean. Okay? So, naging same siya kanina sa population ng 10. Okay, meron tayong later theorem na regarding the with and without replacement. Okay? Alright, so we can conclude here that the mean of the population is equivalent to the mean of the sampling distribution of the sample mean. Kasi same lang yung nakuha nating answer. Okay? So, after we solve for the mean of the sampling distribution, let us now solve for the variance of the sampling distribution. And the formula that we will use for it is this one. Okay? Ano lang to? Pwede kayong mamili. Pwedeng ito or this one. Pero ito yung pinakamadali. So, ito na lang tayo. Ito na lang gamitin natin. By the way, the symbol of the variance of the sample means or the sampling distribution of the sample means is this one. Okay? May sub x bar. Tandaan po natin yung mga symbol, ha? Okay, so paano naman yung gagawin dito? Magdadagdag lang tayo ng extra step. Ano yung napansin natin sa formula natin sa variance? Same process, pero may squared na tayo dito sa x bar natin, yung sa mga sample mean natin. So, meaning to say, i-squared, kukunin mo yung mga squared nito. Ano ba yung squared na to? Ano yung ini-indicate na to? Ng raised to 2 na yan. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Ano po ibig sabihin kapag nakakita kayo ng ng exponent? Uy, wala kang may alam. Hello? Ano po yung meaning ng mga exponent na yan? Yung 2. Ano yung ibig sabihin? O yung 14 squared, ano pong gagawin natin sa 14? Narinig pa ba ako? Baka nawawala na ako. Sige, si Lalim. Sorry po.
Nagiging 196 square.
Okay, so anong ginawa mo?
Kinalkula lang po.
Okay. So yung exponent natin, it indicates how many times we will multiply the base. Okay? The base by itself. So meaning 14 times 14 yan. Okay? Alam ko meron sa inyong nakalimot. So yung exponent po na yan ay kung ilang beses mo i-multiply yung base sa sarili. So ngayon, if i-run down natin to, partner lang natin to ulit, Pero this time, we will square the sample mean, each of the sample mean. So 14 squared times 1 over 15, 15 squared times 1 over 15 hanggang sa makarating ka sa dulo na in-squared mo. Minus, ano yung nakuha natin kaninang population? Mean, dapat may ganito to. Kay 18, di ba? So, i-squared natin yung 18. Pero ano po ba yung una namin gagawin? Una nyo muna pong solve etong summation. Pwede po bang pakalcue po nito, yung summation lang po? Ano po yung makukuha nating sagot? Anyone? Chef.
Ano po, 46.7 po in total.
Okay, so we have 46.7. Teka lang, double check ko. Parang iba sa akin. Ito 4.67. Nga po, pa-double check nga po. Paki-perform lang po itong operation natin dito. From here, sa 14 squared, hanggang dito sa 22 squared times 1 over 15. Please calculate po. Bago bumitaw ang ating connection. Kanina po. Calculate ko din. Baka meron po sa inyo yung may sagot na iba. Please lang yung hand. Para lang ma-double check natin. Ano nga setting sagot mo sa set na ba?
Ano po, 46.7 po.
Okay. Double check ko. Pero bang iba yung sagot na nag-compute? Mag-compute na po kayo para double check natin. Alam mo kasi may mali sa module. Plus 21 squared. Kailangan na natin squared. Minus ito squared. Kaya nakuha ko sagot. Pero kung sa'yo nakakuha na sagot, Angelica?
Yung pag wala pong, wala pong 18, raised to 2, ang sagot po, 328.67. Tapos pag meron na pong 18 raised to 2, 4.67 po.
Okay, so we have here, tama. We have here 4.67. Ano siya? Iinan ako. I'm gonna double check ko kung tama yung nalilito sa PowerPoint. Anyway, so we have here 4.67 as the value of the variance of the sampling distribution of the sample means. Now, how can we solve for the standard deviation? Anyone? If the value of the variance is 4.67, how about this? Or how about the standard deviation? Paano natin kino-compute? Yes, Kyla.
Bale po, kukunin po natin yung square root ng 4.67, which is 2.16 po.
Okay, very good. So we have the value of standard deviation equivalent to 2.16. So take note of this symbol. It should have x bar, a sub x bar. Right? Ayan. Okay. So for the alternative formula, we have this. Ano to Ano lang naman to? Pwede nyong gamitin, choice nyo po, sa pagkuha po ng variant. Okay? So, ang gagawin lang natin, di ba na-solve na natin yung population kanina? And kung babalikan natin we have 46.7 as the value of the population. Yung kanina kung na-solve natin, the variance. Ngayon, itong 4 na to, based sa problem, di ba, sample size natin is 4. And then, yung population natin is 6. And then, yung n natin ulit, yung small letter n yung sample natin, yung capital letter n is 6. So, kung i-compute nyo yan, same lang naman po yung makukuha natin, 4.67. So, pwede nyo gamitin to, or this one. Question? Wala. Sige. Kung wala, magpaproceed na ako. Okay, so, ayan. So, ganyan po tayo nagsusolve ng mean, variance, and standard deviation ng population and then ng sample sequence of the sampling distribution. Ngayon po, meron kasi tayong tinatawag na theorem. Okay? The theorem na to, when we say theorem, it's not proven. So we have to prove it. That the mean and the sample mean is equal and yung standard deviation ng sample is equal to this standard deviation of the population over square root of n. So yun yung proof natin. Okay? So with replacement tayo, wherein repetitions allowed. So we have here the given problem. A random sample size of 2 are drawn from a finite population comprising the digits 1, 4, and 7. We're going to construct the sampling distribution with and without replacement, and we're going to verify theorem 1 and theorem number 2. Yung theorem 1 natin with replacement and yung theorem number 2 natin is without replacement. Ma'am, ano po ba pag sinabi natin with replacement? So, we have here, ano nga yung given natin? We have 1, 4, 7. Sample size natin ay 2. Okay. 1, 4, 7. And then yung sample size ay 2. Okay. So, paano tayo magko-construct ng sampling distribution? Okay. Doon muna tayo sa with replacement. So, meaning, with replacement, pwede siyang i-partner sa sarili niya or umulit. Okay? So, let's say, the first sample that we have here is 1, 1. So, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 7. Okay? Gets po yan? Next, after we combine this 1, 4 naman tayo. 4, 1, 4, 4, 4, 7. And hanggang sa makarating ka sa dulo. Basta dito, repetitions allowed. Pwedeng maulit. Okay? Sa with replacement. Paano po ulit tayo kumukuha ng sample mean? Anyone? Si Sab lang ba? Si Kyla lang ba? Si Brent lang ba yung mga nakausap ko dito? Si Rima? Yes, Rima.
Add lang po yung sa sample, then divide po sa 2.
Okay, since 2 yung sample size natin, kaya 2 lang po yung pinag-partner natin, ha? Baka po nalilito yung iba sa inyo. Okay, so if we're going to solve for the sample mean of each sample, we will get 1, 2.5, 4, 2.5, 4, 5.5, 4, 5.5, and 7. Okay? So, gawa naman tayo ngayon ng probability distribution wherein once lang natin isusulat yung mga sample mean. So, ano po yung probability na makakuha ka ng 1? Out of 9. Yes, Jenny.
Ma'am, 1 out of 9 po.
Okay, 1 over 9. How about this 2.5? Aleri.
2 out of 9 po.
2 out of 9. Same with this. Sorry. We have here 3 over 9. Tatlong beses pala ito lumabas. Yung 4. And then if we're going to reduce that is equivalent to 1/3. Yung 3 over 9 natin. So, pwede ng 1/3 na lang. And yung 5.5, we have here dalawa. 2 over 9. And for 7, we only have 1. So, 1 over 9. So, ngayon, let us verify theorem 1 na yung sample mean natin and then yung population mean natin ay equal. So, compute muna natin yung mean of the population. Ito yung gamitin nating formula or pwede yung kanina nating binanggit na mu is equal to summation of x over capital letter N. Sige nga po, if we're going to compute for the mean of the given that we have 147, ano sa tingin nyo yung magiging value ng population mean natin? You can use your calculator. Kasi dun sa, sa radyo, iba yung ginamit na, ito yung ginamit na formula. Pero pwede namang ito na. Ito na lang gamitin natin kung okay lang sa'yo. Mas malali ito add and divide lang ito. Ang given natin, 147. Ito, 147. Balikan natin yung given nating problem. Ayan o. We have 147 as the value of x. And we have 3 as a population. So, paano natin masasolve yung average nun? Hello, average po, Angelica.
Ma'am, guess lang po. 4 po.
Okay. So, kung dalawa kasi yung possible nating gamitin. Pwedeng ito.
Yung una po ginamit.
Kung ito yung okay. Kung ito po yung gagamitin natin, yung each of this 1, 4, and 7, ipapartner mo sa probability niya. So, we have here, kung ito so tignan na lang kung ano yung mas madaling gamitin. We have 1 times 1/3 plus 4 times 1/3 plus 7 times 1/3. So, equivalent siya sa 4. Ngayon, kung gagamitin po natin yung isang formula, we have mu is equal to summation of x over n. I-add mo lang po yung mga given. So, magiging 1 plus 4 plus 7 divided by, ilan ba itong pinag-add natin? We have 1, 2, and 3 divided by 3. Tignan nyo nga po kung same po yung makukuha. Okay.
Same lang po.
Okay, same lang po. So, ayan, it's up to you kung ano po yung gamitin ninyo. Kung i-add nyo na lang po ba lahat and i-divide or meron pa kayong ipang multiply na ganito. Okay, binigyan ko kayo ng dalawang option. Kaya po, it's up to you kung ano yung gagamitin natin. Same lang naman po yung makukuha nating sagot. Kahit kung saan kayo mas madalian. Okay, so now after we compute for the mean of the population, let's compute for the sampling distribution. Kapag sampling distribution, naka-refer na tayo dito sa may probability or sampling distribution. Ito na yon. Yung kinuha natin na to. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin, kagaya lang po ng pag-multiply natin for each of these sample means and its corresponding probability and add it all. Multiply lang natin lahat yon, tapos add mo lang po lahat yung pinag-multiply mo. Ayun, nasa makarating ka sa dulo. And then, ano nakuha natin? 4 din. So, meaning, we confirm that, or we verify that Q is equal to, or the mean of the population is equal to the mean of the sampling distribution. Okay? So, yun pala yung nako-confirm natin. May kasama pa tayong i-confirm or i-verify sa theorem number 1. Basta ito yung una. Confirm lang natin na equal yung mean, yung dalawang mean. Okay? So, ngayon let's compute for the variance and standard deviation of the population. Ano nga yung symbol natin ng population? Ng variance. Variance muna. Anyone? Symbol po ng variance of the population. Sino ba nag-raise ang hand? Yes, Angelica.
Yung parang paupo na may lawet saka po raised to 2.
Ang cute naman yung O na may lawet. Raised to 2. Okay. So, we have the symbol of the variance. Right? So, optional lang din to. Kanina kasi yung iba yung ginamit natin na formula. So, kung ano yung, kung saan kayong madalian, yun yung gamitin niyo. Okay? So, paano po natin gagamitin if this formula yung gusto ninyo na i-apply? Okay, so ano yung mga values ng x natin? Ito yan, yung given, 1, 4, and 7. Paano po kukunin yung probability? Ilang beses ba nag-appear si 1? 1 out of 3. Si 4, 1 out of 3. Si 7, 1 out of 3. So yung probability of each. Ngayon, after that, yung squared ng given natin times mo yung probability. Ayan. Hanggang sa makarating ka dun sa may dulo. Hanggang 7. Hanggang sa mapartner mo na hanggang 7. So, bakit nga po ulit naging 1/3 ito? Kasi naka-base tayo sa pinaka-given. Kasi population Pinaka-given muna tayo. And yung probability of each of the given is 1/3. Dahil wala naman pong nag-repeat. Okay? So, after that, we will subtract it by the mean of the population. Ano nga ulit yung nasolve natin kaninang mean? Kung nakikinig talaga kayo. Ano yung nasolve natin mean kanina? Before we solve this. Yes, Jenny? 4 po, ma'am. Okay, very good. So, we have 4. So, 4 squared. Ayan. So, ngayon, kung i-compute natin yan, paki-compute nga po. Sige po, I'll give you time. Naminit yung phone ko. Wait lang, ano. Naminit ka-unmute. Hindi yan ka-unmute. Hindi ko nakuha. Okay. Sige, si Jenny.
Ma'am, ang variance niya po is equals to 6 po.
Okay. The variance is equivalent to 6. Paano po natin kinukuha yung standard deviation? Magtawag tayo, Althea. Paano tayo nagsusolve ng standard deviation, Althea? Althea, you.
Wala kong form yan.
Sila lang rin kasi yung nag-participate. Paano tayo kumukuha ng standard deviation? Marlon. Standard deviation. Hello. Sige, si Christian, Lar.
Ma'am, kukunin po yung square root ng 6.
Okay, very good. So for us to solve for the variance, for the standard deviation, we will get the square root of the variance. So square root of 6 is 2.45. Magka-partner yan. Pag kinuha mo, para makuha mo yung standard deviation, kailangan mo munang isolve si variance. Okay? Next. Complete na natin yung standard deviation of the sampling distribution. So ito yung table natin kanina. Kailangan natin to. So, ibig sabihin, kapag population, na-refer lang tayo sa original na given. Kapag naman po, sampling distribution, kailangan may ganito kayong table. I-construct nyo yan kapag hindi given. Okay? So, this is the formula that we will be using. Okay, dapat meron ditong sub x. Kasi sample mean yung tinutukoy. Okay, so paano po natin ito gagawin? Squared mo lang po lahat ng values ni x. Multiply mo for each of, or for its corresponding probability. So, 1 squared multiplied by 1 over 9 hanggang sa makarating ka po sa dulo na 7. Ito. Yan. And then minus, ano po ulit yung na-compute natin? Kaninang mean? Compute natin mean. Hindi na nag-note.
4 po.
Okay, 4 minus 4 squared. Kasi naka-squared nga ba? Based sa formula. So, ngayon, if i-compute natin to, we will get 6. Okay. Ay, 6 tuloy, 3. 6 ang sabi ko. 3. So, again, paano po tayo kumukuha ng standard deviation, Angelica Perona? Standard deviation. Nandito ba to? Mga to? Henry. Okay, yung iba nagli-leave. Ewan ko sa inyo. Okay, so sabi ni Marla, square root. Ano yung kukunin yung square root? Bakit kaya nagli-leave yung iba? Kanina 75 tayo, 65. Nasaan yung 10? Ano po yung square root na kukunin, Carl Angelo?
Ma'am, yung square root po ng 3.
Okay, square root ng variance to be specific. So the square root of 3 is 1.7 under 3. So okay na sa akin kahit 2 decimal place lang. Naka-round off yung 100 place. Yan. Okay? So ngayon, let's verify or prove the theorem number 1. Kanina, na-prove na natin yung unang equation na mu or the mean is equivalent to the mean of the sampling distribution. So this time, let us prove this, if this is correct. So ano yung na-compute natin na standard deviation ng sample? We have here. Okay, tignan nyo pong maigi. Ano yung na-compute natin standard deviation ng sample means? Standard deviation. Anyone? Tignan yung maigi sa screen. O, sige, si Nico. Yes, Nico?
2.45 po.
2.45? Sample mean. Sample mean, anak. Okay lang yan. Sige, si ano?
Sorry po. 1.75.
Okay. So, ito yun. Ito yung sample. Yung may X bar. 1.73. 1.73 is equal. Okay, so balikan lang natin. Ano yung standard deviation natin? No? Na nakuha, population standard deviation. Population standard deviation. Ano yung isa-substitute natin dito? Here. Ito, sa binilugan ko. Standard deviation of the population. Kasi Carl lang ba yung may alam mag-substitute dito at kunin yung value? Yung iba, si Bea, Bea Elaine, bakit yung mga tinatawag ko hindi nagsasalita? Hindi sumasagot yung mga tinatawag ko. Paki-open nga po yung mga camera ninyo. Nandiyan pa kayo talaga. Kumonti na naman tayo.